Hello 30 Rockers and welcome back to 30 Rock. Today is day 193 on my journey to get healthy through eating a raw living food lifestyle and getting exercise. And I gotta tell you, I feel fantastic. In the last episode I talked a little bit about getting some time for me, getting a little bit of time to relax, working on that list of 10 things that I know to be true for me. And I didn't make as much progress on that list of 10 things as I'd hoped to. I came up with originally about 15 to 16 things. And now 10 is an arbitrary number. But I really thought, well, how many of these can I smush it down to 10? And kind of had this battle with several of them towards the end. There are some things that I absolutely know to be true. And then as my life is kind of happening at the same time, new things come up and make you think and make you ponder. I had a friend that had some trouble over in the past few days and needed my help. There's nothing convenient about it, let's put it that way. And yet I stopped what I was doing and helped out. And for me, I'd like to say that's one of the 10 things that I know to be true for me, is that when there's a friend in need, I'm going to do what I can to help out, regardless of what that means. At the same time, I also realize that there's got to be balance in there, just like there is in everything else. You can't stop and help every time, or can you? And so this was kind of the battle that went on. In the meantime, I got some new friends in my life. Look at that. That is wheatgrass, and I talked a little bit about my new juicer that I got for Father's Day, and how I was excited to be doing my own wheatgrass. And in order to do your own wheatgrass, you do need to have a good juicer that can do it, and then of course you need to have wheatgrass. So this is actually a little bit on the longish side, and so Rebecca has been teaching me a little bit about the proper maintenance and care, and I talk to it and love it. Hey wheatgrass, how you doing? Not really. I guess I just did. But typically, I haven't really talked to it a whole lot. But am very, very excited about it. One of the interesting things is that I used to, up until this year, suffer from a lot of summertime allergies. And I have cut hay before, wheat hay, and just was absolutely miserable up on Rebecca's family farm. And I got to tell you that since being not just raw, but primarily vegan and all the good stuff, my instances of suffering with allergies has gone down so much. The fact that I have been living with this and petting it and loving it, and that it's not affecting me, is amazing to me. And of course, I attribute that to the fact that a lot of this is in me, and so my body knows how to deal with it, and the allergy symptoms are way down. I'd be curious to hear if some of you have had similar experiences with, especially allergens out there that are fresh, natural, and wild, and if eating a raw foods diet or a heavily raw foods diet has reduced that for you as well. Couple of announcements I want to make, kind of big announcements. One is tomorrow, if you want to ask me questions, if you want to hear me babble on some more, I am going to be on Healthy Shots with Coach Cher, and she's at Blog Talk Radio and also at motivationradio.com. And so she has had other guests on the show. She's had Phyo on the show. She's had Carey on the show, Penni Shelton on the show. And so she's invited me to come on and be her guest for the hour tomorrow and to talk about raw foods and what it's done for me, and we'll probably talk a little bit about Pure Market Express and my love for wheatgrass. So please tune in and join. I put a link over there, so depending upon your time zone, it's a little bit different time that it'll be on, but it is on in the evening. The other thing that I wanted to talk about real briefly is that we have just had a huge breakthrough at Pure Market Express, and we are now shipping our food out for $10 for any order over $50 or more, which is absolutely unheard of with fresh foods. And so we're really excited. We launched it on Monday. The kitchen has been just incredibly busy trying to keep up with everybody and make sure everybody's getting what it is that they want. So it's a great opportunity right now. If the shipping cost is what's kept you away from ordering, this is a great time to order. So it's called discount shipping. You just select it on your way out, and shipping for orders $50 or more are automatically $10. The last thing I want to talk about is we had an event tonight where we fed probably about 50 people. It was at a chiropractor's office, and they invited us in. They served everybody dinner, and we got a chance to talk about raw foods. And they had lasagna, and they had chocolate cheesecake. And it's interesting, for those of you that have been watching me a while, we've had this dialogue together, and we've had this chance to get to know each other, and to be with a large group of people that for the most part had never experienced raw foods. A lot of them didn't know what raw food was. A lot of them, asked a lot of those same questions that you get the first time you talk to somebody about raw foods, like, so how long did you cook the zucchini for, even after you've explained it's raw, and how did you cook this, and how do you cook that, and it was just, but it was such a neat time tonight, because there was, I've got so much experience under my belt with my successes, my struggles, with everything, and to be able to share with this group of people, where I'm at, and to be able to, talk about all the options, especially right now in the summertime, when we can talk about easy things like going to a farmer's market and finding, some fruits and veggies, and talking about just different simple recipes that don't have to be a gourmet raw food recipe, they don't have to be a fancy raw food recipe, but just a way to really enjoy fruits and vegetables really in their height of their flavor and their taste, and to be able to get them from local sources is such a wonderful thing. And so it was just a great opportunity to be able to share that, and I'm sure we're going to have some more 30 Rockers joining us soon from that event. So check me out on Healthy Shots with Coach Cher tomorrow at Blog Talk Radio, and also motivationradio.com. And until tomorrow, keep making great choices out there, and rock on. Oh yeah, you rock that too, buddy.